Hi Pisces, it's Mary Jo from Enchantress Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do your July 2020 reading. Checking in, it's been a while. See how everyone's doing. So much has changed, so much transition. I'm recording this on the eclipse, July 5th, the last Capricorn eclipse in the Cancer-Capricorn polarity. So depending on what Capricorn is in your chart, where it is and what house, of course it's going to affect you differently, and how the planets are dancing around with each other and how they're playing nice or not so nice in your planets, in your natal chart with the other planets in those houses. So everybody's going to feel it differently, but it is a great time of transition, catharsis, and the catalyst on the collective for change and you as an individual. So we start off Pisces. Look at your Neptunian card. This is Neptune that rules Pisces. The Hangman. Now, you know, this has come up 3 times. And because of what's happening in the heavens with the planets and the power that's going on with Neptune and Jupiter and Pluto and Saturn, there's a lot of things squaring off and whatnot. So it's coming into play. So this is your one of your cards, your major arcana, with Neptune. So when you look at this card, you're saying about, in the past, immediate past couple weeks, maybe have you realized that you're being stubborn about something and that you need to surrender, that you always have to be right. You know, the need to be right over the need to be happy makes no sense. You know, you can have happiness without always being right. If you need to always be right, you won't always be happy because you're not always right. And people, even if you are right, won't always agree with you. So this is a time of relinquishing that. And you know what that Neptunian energy is like, that of floating. You know, that's why Neptune is about like drinking wine, alcohol, drugs, the numbing, the floating. Neptunians love to float in the pool. That feeling of weightlessness and not being attached to the earthly planes that your vessel is experiencing at this time. So with this is a major arcana. We're saying it is about you being vulnerable and letting go of things. What have you entangled yourself in? You know, that you feel trapped in. Is it of your own making? You know, you have to be realistic about stuff right now, Pisces. You got yourself in this situation, you can get yourself out of it, because in the Tarot, the Fool, we're all a fool. He puts himself into this position because he wants to get a different perspective because of the things that are happening in his life that are so cathartic. And it is this catalyst for him to evolve on a soul level. So he puts himself in this position. He's not struggling or in pain, but he did surrender to this. So you put yourself into this position for a reason, and I'm hoping that it's for growth for you, and you could just realize that you've been delusional or fantasizing, or there's something about the situation that's just not real, and you're ready to undo yourself from the chains that bind you to this feeling and need to hang on to this mentality that is just not going anywhere in your life, and that you're not going to be happy or going anywhere in your life. It is a huge transition. I like that it's in the card of the past, so it's something you might already be feeling the need to do or embarking upon. Yeah, because now you have the Ten of Swords. So we're talking about releasing this negative energy in your thoughts, worry, doubt, fear, suspicion. Like I said, the need to always be right. You always got to fight. You always got to argue. You know, it's just mind games and victimization and allowing yourself to be a victim. It's just not healthy for you. And to empower yourself to be truly free is to realize your shadow side, your faults, your flaws, your human nature, that the shortcomings that you look upon yourself, and embrace them and love them anyway, but find a control and balance in them. So with the 10 is saying you've gone as far low as you can go mentally, and the way you've been talking, and it's time to be lifting from you. Because although in this deck they're not actually piercing you, some of them are really very intense. This one's just wavering above you. Maybe it got to a point before it became, like you say, it's too late, but it really isn't. It's the perfect time. But before it got to that point of completely wrecking you, you check yourself before you wreck yourself. You got to that point where you're saying, oh, wait a minute. And those times that happen are like when Spirit's playing very fairly with you and showing you the errors of your ways before you go over the edge. So let's look at it that way. Before you go over the edge, you're just going to pull back the way you're thinking and speaking to set yourself free from this. And I don't just mean this one thing in your life or with this one person and one situation. The habits that you have grown into and the patterns, Pisces, that you have established, whether it's in love, in business, in family, in friends, in socializing, in your love of self, it's got to stop and free yourself from all the fear-based things that are going on. That's not love-based stuff. That would be all joy, bliss, happiness, pleasure, fun. This is misery, doubt, fear, suspicion, gossip, anxiety, frustration. Just stuff. So you want to let that go. And it feels like it will be lifting from you, but only after this whole situation that's begun where you're starting to just say, you know what? It's not that I can't anymore, because I can. I can keep this going. I don't want to. That's when you've got your power. When you have the choice to stay in the need of control and drama and misery, and you choose not to. And just be saying, I don't want to anymore. Not that I can't. That's real big growth, okay? Then you have another water. So this is Cancer in the Tarot. The Chariot speaks of fairness in all dealings. Finding a new way to win. This is winning at all costs, but finding a way to win that's fair. Okay? It's even. It's balanced. It's not a rough ride. But look, she's surrendering the reins. She's not driving. She's looking to Spirit to guide her. She's tapping into her spidey senses. And you're the third of the mystical houses, the most psychic. Cancer is the first. But Cancer is about that loving, nurturing, caring, protecting part of your strength and within yourself, your home life, family, and ancestral stuff. So using all that loving, healing energy, okay, instead of this martyr, victim, hidden enemies, that's very much Piscean energy. This is coming into where, like, I can find a way around this. I don't have to ram through and wreck everything, butt heads. I can come up with a different strategy that circumvents the situation in a loving way, and we both get what we want, because this is definitely a fair outcome without anyone hurting anyone, and especially without you going after it as an attack or a defense, so that you find this new strategy that the person's not going to believe. They're going to say, wow, that was so out of character for her or for him. This has got to be a joke. There's something that they're doing, because they've learned to see how you operate. And this is a maturation, and an evolved Piscean energy to take on this loving energy and trust in Spirit and know that I can win without hurting anyone and without inviting any negative karma to me in doing so. So even if you don't want to see it as a strategy just to get the situation over with, look at it as, I am the creator of my own life. And I've been creating bad karma. And what I'm doing with this person, situation, or thing, or events that repeat in my life. When this card comes up, it's about taking control of things, like, who's driving, you're driving. But how are you going to drive? Are you going to drive drunk? Are you going to drive stoned? Are you going to drive with anger and rage, road rage? Or are you going to drive in a safely operated mental state, place of your heart, where you're getting into this metaphorical vehicle that you're operating, or in the physical vessel that you're operating, and do it with a higher energy, higher vibrational energy of love and caring and nurturance. And when you're doing so, it's so like, it's like the Grinch, his heart grew bigger that day. That's what it's like when you surrender that need to hurt and get what you want at all costs, because, you're like this tiger or this shark or, well, I say the Pisces or piranhas of the sea. They could rip the flesh off of people because they can. But you don't want to, because you remember that's only going to bring you more of the same. And if you've grown tired of it and you want something higher in your life and something more pleasurable and pleasant, then take the energy from this, tap into spirit, do what's out of character in the situation to get you the best outcome, and being a loving person when you do it, and to feel the love return to you. And it may not be in that instant, but it's going to be in something else. And that's that karmic energy, man. So this is really big stuff for you, Pisces. Big growth for you to end the misery. Because here you have this water card, then you have air, water card, and air. And I like this because it's the Page of Swords. So see how the sword is down, like you stopped arguing. You stop bickering, you stop doing all that moody crap that a Piscean can do, because it only blocks you from having the love that you deserve, all the best that you desire, and the best outcome that only God, universe, can provide for you, because you can't control what's going to happen in the world. You think you can. But spirit can, in their highest, wisest, infinite wisdom, bring it to you with the best outcome and the best timing. So this is like you're starting as a novice. What the page is, they're a learning student. And you're learning to pick and choose your battles. You're learning not to go for the throat, the jugular anymore. You're learning to withhold that sharp tongue and sarcasm. Now, this is not going to apply to every Piscean that I'm reading for, but the message is there, subliminally, if you think about it, that you're starting something new in the way that you're thinking and speaking. You're like starting new. It's news that you got, and it's maybe after a delay of not hearing what you wanted, delaying in the news, it's just starting over again. But you're going to have a fresh new perspective. The way you're thinking about and speaking about things in life, you're going to be much more appreciative, much more grateful. And the more you're appreciative and grateful and say, thank you, thank you, thank you, I'm so blessed, the more you're going to get to be appreciative, thankful for, and blessed by. So just know that this is a very big change for you from where you started out here, where you felt the need to be right, or someone was pushing you with this need to be right, and this misery that you were going through with this person, a situation, a thing is lifting and ending. And now you're trusting in spirit to guide you, even though you are the driver. You are operating the vessel. You want it to be fair. And you can't always figure out what fair is and to get you to win in the situation. And you don't always get what you want, but you get what you need. And in the long run, you really get what you need, because then the outcome is peaceful. There's no need to fight, argue, bicker. The sword's down. Now you're in a different play of action here, where you're letting things in. The blue garb he's wearing and purple, so it's like the wisdom has been achieved here. Knowledge has been gained here. And intuition you've been tapping into. Like I said, trusting those spidey senses and letting things come through. Where you're more of a feeling person and reactive, this is more of a pensive person who's reflective. And you're responding to situations differently than you were before. And you're going to see the turnaround the way people are receiving you. It's like you're a new person. Like you started all over. You're not the same man or woman that you were. And they're seeing you as somebody new who's in the process of growth and change. You're in flux. This whole situation with this pandemic is really, like I said, collectively cathartic. There are going to be people that are just going to stay walking zombies. And then there are going to be people who are awake that weren't aware and now become aware. Or people who weren't aware and awake, now they're awake and aware. I mean, this is just going to affect everybody differently. Some people are going to go back to the old same patterns, and hopefully with the help of God, the rest of us, we're on a new train, we're on a new boat, we're on a new path, and we're going to be making a lot of changes in our lives. We're not going back to the same people, places, and things, same job, vocation. We're going to be doing it differently. We're going to be realizing that technology is bringing us into a way of doing things safer than before, but more effective too. And we have closed the gap on this distance and disconnect with our phones and our iPads, and realize how much we need each other, and how the collective needs each other, and how, on an individual basis, we need each other. You know, connecting with people we didn't know were on the same block, connecting with people we haven't seen in a long time through video chats and texts because we miss them, realizing the social creature we are. And the matter is that we feel, as spiritual beings in this earthly existence, we need each other, and in a positive way. The more love and light we can express, Pisces, the more love and light we will receive. Okay? So even when the shit hits the fan, just keep asking Spirit what good is coming out of this. You can have your meltdown and get pissy, or even the martyr, thing. We all play that little hissy fit type of thing. But when we get over the pity party, then just say, okay, I'm over that now. I'm ready. Let's get some good stuff coming to me. I want these good things to come with me, and just trust that the universe will provide them at the best timing and the best outcome for you. And those periods when we don't get things that we want, these delays, are like retrogrades like we're in. So it's forcing us to really think about what we want. This eclipse that just happened is a full moon. It's a release. It's an ending. This cycle was from 735 years ago. It started in the 1200s. It's ending now. So you're going to see huge changes in the patriarchy, governments of all kinds. And that's what Capricorn is. Prisons, governments, old paradigms, the old Father Time, Chronos type of thing, changing into something more loving, accepting, healing, and that's best for all of us. It's that Aquarian age, and you're part of it. You're here for it. So going through this change here is huge stuff for you, Pisces, and I know you can handle it. You're the 12th house, that's the final stage, and you this is the final curtain. You're like, I don't want to do this anymore. Get off this wheel. So you're going to do this for your soul's growth. And like I said, it's going to be a great release. And like you feel your heart will grow bigger that day. You'll just feel like, wow, I feel better that I did this and I'm free of it. And I actually helped that person that I wanted to just rip the flesh off of. I feel better, And that's what happens when you do something good for yourself or for other people. And also for yourself. Take care of yourself. Not every Piscean is the same as every Piscean. Our charts flavor us in a different way. But with this coming, this is saying that you've been through a struggle, that's an inner demon that you need to let go of because it's going to destroy you. Trust in Spirit, make that connection, and starting anew in a fresh, clear head, like an epiphany. It's a transition for you, Pisces, and I know you can do it and come through it. I'm here if you have any questions. You could shoot them in the comments. But thanks again for watching and subscribing and being with me from the beginning. Thank you. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps keeping me making these videos, doing lots of readings, and I'm glad. So I hope these are helping you. Have a great month. I'll see you next month. And as always, I wish you the best.